I'm Allery.
Hi, I'm Ella.
Hi, I'm Isabel, and welcome to our first episode of G Team TV.
Now let's meet the rest of the G Team.
Hi, my name is Erin.
Hi, my name's Amanda.
Hi, I'm Cami.
Hi, my name is Serena.
Hey girls, my name is Naomi.
Hi, my name is Isabel.
Hi, my name is Miranda.
Hi, I'm Mary Laura.
Hi, my name is Ella.
Hi, my name is Roshni.
Hi, my name is Bella.
Hi, my name is Maria.
Hi, my name is Isabel.
Hello, my name is Mary.
Hi everyone, my name is Cadence.
Hi, my name is Allery.
What's good, girl gang? I am so excited to be here. Welcome to our first ever episode of G Team TV, the show made by girls for girls. As you can see, we have 16 girls involved in this show, and we have 2 teams of hosts. So you'll meet Amanda, Cami, and Issa next week. Plus, we have different girls leading the segments and interviews. On this show, we'll have exciting segments surrounding everything from traveling around the world to Gold Award projects. We'll also feature incredible guests like Alexis Jones, tell you about upcoming Girl Scout opportunities, and discuss relevant topics that affect girls around the world like you and me.
For today's episode, Community and Sisterhood, we'll have an incredible segment where we'll learn about how to maintain connections during quarantine. We'll have an interview with Alexis Jones, and we'll also take a tour of the Girl Scouts World Centers.
So now that you know what our show is about, let's tell you guys a little bit about ourselves. So I'll start off. My name's Allery. I'm an ambassador Girl Scout, and this is my 12th and final year of Girl Scouts. And in my free time, I love musical theater, and I love performing and singing and dancing. And also I love getting outside and going paddleboarding and exploring the nature that I live in.
Oh my God, I also love musical theater. I love dancing, acting, all of that. I'm Isabel. I've been a Girl Scout for 10 years, just became an ambassador. I'm currently working on my Gold Award. I love movies and series. I like a good adventure, going to Girl Scout camp. And during this quarantine, I've been really into cooking and baking.
Same here. Baking has been like my go-to quarantine hobby, and it's so fun. So my name is Ella. I am also an ambassador Girl Scout, and I'm in my 11th year of the program. I'm also a Daisy troop leader and a camp counselor in my neighborhood, which is really, really fun because I love working with kids. Other than baking, which is probably my number one hobby, I really, really love science and math. So I'm actually a calculus tutor at my school.
That's so cool. It's time for our Q&A session now. Today's question is, which animated character do you relate to or like the most? I relate the most to Moana. She loves the water, and so do I. I have a summer birthday, so I always celebrate it either at the beach or at the pool. She's also really brave and always looking for an adventure.
So my favorite animated character also is a Disney princess. It's Mulan. I think she's just so inspirational with the way that she just perseveres and leads in this male-dominated society. I need to channel that kind of energy when I enter the workforce. And she also will do anything for her family, which I am the same way. I just love my family. I have 2 sisters, and I think she's incredible.
The character that I like as well is an independent woman, and that character is Elsa. She really shows girls that all you need is your family and a true connection. You don't have to rely on other people because you can do it yourself. I'm also a little bit biased because I did play Elsa in my school's musical, and that was just such an amazing experience that I really enjoyed. But yeah.
That's amazing. You're so talented.
Oh, you're a real-life Disney princess. That makes so much sense. Oh, I love that.
And to all the girls that are watching, you can be in our next show. Comment below which questions you want us to answer. It can be anything you'd like, and we might put it in one of our future episodes of G Team TV. And we're really looking forward to see what you girls come up with and to see you appear on this show.
We'd also really love to hear your favorite animated characters, so make sure to answer our Q&A down below. So now that you know our favorite animated characters, we want to do this segment or this session that we'll do every week on G Team TV called Catching Up with Girl Scouts. The point of this is that girls around the country are always doing the most amazing projects, and we don't always hear about them because they're in a different state or they're part of a different council than us. And so we did our own little research in the incredible projects that you girls have been doing, and we just want to tell you about them. So the first one I'm going to talk about happens at the end of June. And I know that's a bit ago, but I just think it's such an impressive and such a still relevant project that I wanted to bring it up now. So this cadet troop in Illinois held a Black Lives Matter protest and demonstration to educate people in their community about Black Lives Matter and how to find more resources on how to help that community. And I just think that it's very amazing that they took their time, they took their platform to try to educate others about such a serious topic. And I think that they're just really extending that Girl Scout message of be a sister to every Girl Scout. So I was very impressed by those girls.
And also, girls in California created over 100 care packages and personalized masks for people experiencing homelessness. They're being delivered to shelters that help people find a permanent home.
I think it's amazing. I think the homeless community gets overlooked a lot, and I think it's great that the girls in California really took initiative and stepped up to the plate to help these people out. Now, Girl Scouts in Texas decided to fight for STEM equity by creating Camp Outside of the Box, and it is a STEM kit that is given to low-income families, and girls are still able to create STEM projects and able to learn more about science, technology, engineering, and math, which is so important in 2020.
I fully agree. I mean, all three of these projects just make me so proud of these Girl Scouts and so proud to be part of the Girl Scout community, which is perfect because this episode is all about community and sisterhood. And I think that Isabel, Allery, and I have all found a really strong community in Girl Scouts and then in the G Team. And we're hoping now in G Team TV, Will and also you as our audience will find a great community. And I mean, I think being part of community means you have to, you're strong yourself and you build up the people around you to just get this beautiful system of support. And that's what we want to talk about today. And so the first step in that is to be a strong person yourself, which is why we're going to have a state of mind segment with Mary. We know that girls around the country right now are either back at school or they're heading back. And whether you're online or virtual, it's so important to make sure that you're still putting effort into making connections. So welcome, Mary, talking about how to reach out to others during quarantine and maintain a strong state of mind.
Mary, I'm from Florida, and I'll be the host of State of Mind, which is a mental health segment for GTeam TV. This segment will appear every couple of weeks, and I'm going to talk about all things mental health and how you can improve your state of mind. Now, my state is still in quarantine, and there's still a pretty high risk going out. The scary thing is how used to quarantine I've become. It's getting easy to just coast through my day, but through the months, I've realized I've been feeling super alone. The days started blurring together, and I felt like my whole life had just been paused on March 15th when I started isolating. The thought of the new school year is getting pretty daunting, and there are a lot of unknowns in the future. But starting this project gave me a purpose, but most importantly, it gave me a community. In my opinion, the best solution for quarantine blues or any loneliness is to do everything you can to connect with the outside world. Maybe by doing a digital movie or game night, FaceTiming with your friends, and just doing your best to keep each other's spirits up. Community is such an important part of mental health. Even the most introverted person needs human connection and company to stay sane. As girls, we have an automatic community to fall back on. Other girls from all over the world have the same interests, feelings, worries, and doubts that you do. Stress about school, friends, and identity affect girls all around the globe. But with community, these problems seem easier to tackle and to overcome. This community of girls can be reached through school, common interests, or Girl Scouts. In the end, it's important to remember that you are not alone in, feeling alone. Remember to lean into the vast sisterhood all around you whenever you feel isolated, and help yourself and your friends keep a clear state of mind.
Thank you so much, Mary. Again, I think it's so important to remember that we do have a community in this time.
And it's so important to find community and reach out to people about things. If you're starting school, you're starting to talk to people, but it's important to have that connection and that deeply personal connection.
Yeah, so I'm actually back at school, which is very exciting. I just did my first week, and it's virtual, and I think my school is doing a really, really nice job of trying to make sure that people are still talking, but especially before school started, and even now, I'm just so thankful for my friends that reached out to me, because I'm just not a person who is good at being the person to go and text somebody else. And so, if you have any friends that you haven't spoken to in a while, please reach out to them. Not everyone is good at being that person to reach out. So just, lend a hand, give them that little push. I really love Mary.
Exactly, because communicating with your family and friends, that's a good way to keep a good mental health.
Now we have a really exciting guest joining us. She's a lifelong Girl Scout, author, activist, adventure junkie, and entrepreneur. She's competed on the reality show Survivor, backpacked through 52 countries, and hiked Mount Everest. She has worked at Fox Sports and ESPN, and she has built Protect Her, which is the first ever educational program for male athletes on the importance of respecting women. She has also won the prestigious Jefferson Award, which is the highest national honor for public service. And she has also taken Girl Scout activism to the next level. She's dedicated her life to building a community for women and leaving the world better than she found it. Welcome, founder of I Am That Human, Alexis Jones.
Hi, everyone. I'm Serena, and I'm here with Alexis Jones. So we're so excited to have you here with us today and to get to talk to you a little bit and learn more about you and everything that you've done. And so I learned that you were a Girl Scout from beginning to end. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that experience?
I was a Girl Scout, and I think it's one of the best experiences that I've ever had. It was kind of my first opportunity to be in a circle with other girls talking about all the things that matter in our lives, and dreams and hopes and insecurities and fears and doubts. But it was really my first introduction of the power of community for girls, and the impact that it had on my life of always feeling like I had this girl gang that had my back. And I always had a safe place to come to, like I said, talk about the highs and the lows and the everything in betweens.
So important, the sense of community with other girls, and Girl Scouts, offers that for us. And I feel the same way too, and that sense that you said. And we know that too, that you started an organization called I Am That Girl that kind of shares the same mission as Girl Scouts. Why don't you tell us a little more about that too?
Yep. I think because of my experience of the Girl Scouts and really witnessing firsthand that power of community, and especially supportive, encouraging, positive community from other girls, that when I graduated high school and I went off to college, I had this moment of like, wait, but where are all my girls? I need, this community. And I think especially in college when you're, so displaced, and I was a Texas girl who went all the way out to California and didn't really know anyone. And so for me, being able to create something that was kind of an extension of my experience with the Girl Scouts, and creating a place that felt like home for girls, kind of this universal sorority. The entire impetus was, we have a lot of conversations about things that don't matter, about clothes and shoes and boys and movies and gossip and all this stuff. And I said, what if once a week we had conversations about things that did matter? Kind of the interior of our heartbeats and what's going on in the world, and how we can make a difference and how we can be of service. And the first meeting I had 6 girls show up for. And 6 meetings later, we had 347 girls showing up. So it was like the ultimate Girl Scouts, college style. And little did I know that would kind of launch an entire career, creating something that I selfishly thought I just needed for myself, ended up being something that really served other girls. So that was kind of the impetus in the beginning of I Am That Girl.
Wow, that's amazing too, because college is such a big transition, and you have girls that are staying in state, or some girls that are coming from another state that they don't know anyone, and you're taking that mission really and implementing that into the colleges, and that's so cool. So we know too that you were on the Survivor, and I think that's so cool. Why don't you tell us one of the main lessons, or one of your favorite experiences or memories from the show?
Oh, girl, how long do we have? Survivor was actually, it was kind of this social experiment. I was graduating from grad school. I did my undergrad and master's both at University of Southern California out in Los Angeles. And my professor got up and gave this very compelling lecture on the importance of reality TV and the impact that it was having on people. And so I ran to his office hours and I said, I'm like officially launching I Am That Girl, like as a business and as a company, as this organization. And you just talked about how, you know, impactful reality TV was as a platform, right? To amplify messages. And I said, what if I go on this reality TV show? Would you help me strategically utilize it to brand I Am That Girl? And he said, yeah, sure. And so it's a crazy backstory of how I kind of snuck my way in and ended up getting cast. And his one thing was, you actually have to survive. You actually have to last and be a memorable character in order to leverage this platform. Long story short, on like day 6 of not eating, I remember going to the producers and being like, hey, do we like get a burger or granola bars? Like, are you going to do that to us off camera? And I remember the first time the producer looked at me and he was like, nah, we don't give you food. And I remember being like, wait, this is real? And like having this like total reaction of like, this was just a PR plan that I thought was like really smart for my business. And of course I'm a hardcore adventure junkie. So I just thought it would be this incredible experience. But I will say it was exponentially harder than anything I could have ever imagined. And when you are eating rats and bats and all sorts of stuff. I mean, I have stories for you on the things that I never thought I was capable of. As far as my big takeaway, I would always say that I think we as human beings have a 6th gear we don't even know exists. Like we have a level of grit, resilience, and a depth of work ethic that is shocking. And I wish that everyone, not to the like insane degree of being on Survivor, but I wish everyone had an experience in their life that was so hard and really challenged their definition of impossible. So much so that they realize that they are so much tougher and so much braver than they ever knew was possible.
Yeah, that's really important too, because I feel like people forget what they are capable of and have put these like mental barriers in front of them. And that, I mean, the Survivor, I mean, like thinking about it, I don't think I can do it, but it's true. Like you can. And that's personal growth there, honestly.
So much more than we even know that we're capable of. You know, we don't try and sidestep heartbreak or disappointment or being uncomfortable, because that's usually where our best lessons really lie.
For sure, for sure. So I know, like, from your experience on Survivor, you have I Am That Girl, and you've also been launching a bunch of different organizations, programs, and it's also amazing. So from now, what are you looking forward to in the future?
That is a great question. Great question, especially during this COVID time, right? I think the idea of, for me, it's really it's my default setting to like go all the time. That's actually my comfort zone, is like being at warp speed. And I spent, over a decade on the road between 220 and 250 days a year. And so for me, that idea of like always being in motion, like I said, is where I feel the most comfortable. And so whether it was starting I Am That Girl or Protector or documentaries or books or whatever it is, ironically, for the first time in my entire life, which really is thanks to COVID, because my entire 2020 speaking engagement, all my travel literally got canceled, right? Like a lot of people are kind of in this free fall and bit of a transition, kind of trying to figure out how to recalibrate and pivot. And for me, it's the first time in my entire life where I've really given myself space to just pause. And that ironically feels really hard for me. Like the idea of like stillness. And just giving myself a little bit of time. My husband and I moved to the mountains, as we talked about. We moved to Montana this summer, just so that we could be outside. So I have a book idea that I'm flirting with right now, because I've really wanted to write another book. But at least for the time being, I'm giving myself a little bit of time to just play, to just like hike and be outside and hang out with my girlfriends and take my dog walking with my hubby, and giving myself a little bit of a breather that is very, very long overdue.
Yeah, for sure. I completely agree in that aspect. I mean, with everyone worked, school. It seems like once COVID started, it like made everyone pause and just kind of reflect on themselves too, and pick up hobbies and things that they wouldn't normally do on their like day-to-day basis.
Exactly.
Wow, so 250 days out of the whole entire year, you're traveling and not home. So how do you stay grounded when it comes to being away from home a lot? Or yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good question. And it's funny because, well, this is awkward, but I'm just going to show you this. So because I'm on the road so much, one of the things that I always do is I carry these photos with me. And whether I'm staying in a hotel for like one night or whether I'm staying for a week, I literally carry tape in my bag and a stack of photos. And so for instance, I just came to Montana and I literally put up all my like family photos wherever I go. And so like there's little Lex with my dad.
That's so adorable.
My best friends, my nieces, my nephews. There's like little me with like one of my brothers. Anyway, so I like have these photos that just like remind me of, you know, my family, but also like some of my favorite moments. Like on this side, you have like third grade Lex, which just cracks me up, and college Lex. Anyway, so I mean, that's like a really quirky thing that I don't think I've ever shared before, but it's just this idea of I can make any house, I can make any housing, I can make any hotel room feel like home when I have my favorite humans staring at me. So yeah, it's kind of a little picadillo that I take with me on the road to help keep me sane and help keep me grounded.
Wrapping up, I wanted to just ask you, what is one piece of advice that you would give to all the girls watching us today that have got to learn a little bit more about you and that they could take away during this time?
Gosh, if there was one thing, I mean, I always put in the context, like if I could talk to like the version of me, the age version of me that's your age, that makes no sense. Do you know what I'm saying? If I could talk to my younger self, I think what I would tell her is that she's more than enough. I think that so much of this confidence and this self-talk, I would ask her to love herself more, because it's when we do that, when we come from a loving place, because we can't give something we don't have, right? And all the ways in which we want to serve in the world, all the things that we want to make a difference in. I think the greatest, most rebellious revolution that we can ever do is having the audacity to love ourselves first. So that would be my advice.
100%. Well, perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming on and answering some of my questions and getting to talk to you.
No, Serena, I'm a fan of yours. I'm so grateful. Girl,
thank you so much for tuning in to our interview with Alexis Jones, and make sure to continue watching the rest of the episode.
So, wow, that was incredible. You blew us all away. Thank you so much, Alexis and Serena, for that incredible interview and for the amazing information you shared with us. I mean, honestly, now I want to go to Survivor because, like, it seems so challenging, but she made it seem in a cool way. And the way her mom inspired her, like, we can all do anything we put our mind to.
Exactly. I completely agree. I love how she talked about how, like, when we're challenged the most, that's when we are able to do the most, because it's amazing. We are capable of so much more than we think we are. And I feel like that's just such a motivator to go after things that, you know, you think you might be able to do and just always push yourself. I mean, that's so, everything that she said is amazing.
And now we're going around the world in 3 minutes. So welcome Maria as she takes you to the Girl Scout World Centers.
Hi, I'm Maria. I'm from Girl Guides of Mexico, and I'll be a host for this segment Girl Scouts around the world. Today, I'll be talking about World Centers. World Centers offer Girl Guides and Girl Scouts comfortable and safe places to stay during seminars, international events, and training sessions. Enjoy! Nuestra cabaña es un hermoso refugio ubicado en la ciudad de la eterna primavera, Cuernavaca, México. Fundado en 1957, es el centro mundial más grande y puede acomodar hasta 90 invitados. Este centro mundial ofrece numerosas sesiones, eventos internacionales con temáticas de tradiciones, aventura y ecología, y un programa único, activo, divertido, interesante y lleno de aventura que brinda experiencias únicas y que explora México, su cultura y tradiciones en un ambiente de hermandad guía. Todo esto abierto para todos los miembros de la MGS. PAX Lodge, officially opened on March 15 of 1991, is ideally located next to the War Office, WAGGGS International Headquarters, in Hampstead, North London. Its name was selected as a tribute to the Baden Powells, who used the Latin word for peace, PAX, in the names of their two houses. The center is an ideal base for exploring the city's rich history and culture, as it offers a selection of programs for girls and adults to learn about other cultures, international girl guiding and scouting, as well as leadership seminars, volunteering, among others. Our chalet está ubicado en un hermoso valle rodeado de picos de montañas en los pintorescos Alpes suizos. Su fácil acceso y ubicación privilegiada provee una serie de atracciones y actividades al aire libre, así como la oportunidad de explorar una red de senderos que conducen a picos nevados, aguas cristalinas, bosques alpinos y prados de flores silvestres. Our Chalet es el primer centro mundial de la MGS. Fue inaugurado formalmente por la jefa guía mundial Oley Baden-Powell y la señora Helen Storrow en 1932. Este centro mundial ofrece actividades de alta aventura, seminarios de liderazgo, desafíos al aire libre, voluntariado y mucho más. Sangam, the WAGGGS World Center, is located on the banks of the Mula River in Pune, India. Sangam, founded in 1966, is named for the Sanskrit word meaning get together. This center engages girls and youth in multiple events, emphasizing cultural exchange, the issues affecting girls, and India's rich cultural heritage. It also offers volunteer opportunities. El Centro Mundial Kusafiri ofrece una gran experiencia a través de sus instalaciones existentes en África. El centro no tiene sitio fijo, sino que la ubicación varía según el evento, brindando experiencias únicas a niñas y mujeres jóvenes en diferentes países de África. En octubre de 2015, el quinto centro mundial recibió su nuevo nombre, Kusafiri, que significa viajar en Swahili. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you so much, Maria, for that amazing tour of the World Centers. I really want to travel again now, but it was nice to get to see the world a bit. I especially want to go to the chalet, though. That is so beautiful. Oh my gosh.
I think we want to travel around the world now.
I've actually been to our chalet. I visited last year with a couple Girl Scouts in my troop, and it was, again, an amazing experience. And if anybody can travel to our chalet when it is safe, or any of the other World Centers, check it out. They also have an amazing volunteer program that you can apply for when you are past the age of 18 that I definitely want to check out, because that'd be amazing to be living in Switzerland at a World Center of Girl Scouts.
We all need to plan a trip together.
Yes. So, I mean, this has been such an amazing episode all about community and sisterhood, and we wanted to tell you a couple ways that you can help your community through Girl Scouts. So if you didn't know, every single month, Girl Scouts has been releasing a service project on their website, girlscouts.org, and I looked at them, and they all kind of fit the theme of this episode, so I decided I'll tell you a little bit about them. So one of the first projects, and actually my personal favorite at the moment, is a letter writing campaign to senior homes, and I just think that's a really amazing thing that you can do very easily and just let people know if, you know, that you're thinking of them right now, especially since senior homes have been hit really hard by the pandemic. And another incredible project that you can do is a mask making campaign, so you can make masks for people in your community, which is obviously a super helpful way to make sure people can stay safe, especially now that some people are going back to school in person. And the last and most recent service project that they've created is a partnership with Citizen Science, and you can actually kind of choose your own project with that one. So I just recommend that you go to the website and check it out. It's all on girlscouts.org.
All right. Thank you so much, Ella, for telling us about these amazing projects. All right. So we have an inspirational quote that I wanted to tell you guys that really reflects our message that we were getting across today's episode. And it is, it's important to learn how to accept and appreciate yourself for your shortcomings just as much as for your strengths, because they will forever coexist. And that amazing quote is actually by Alexis Jones herself. It's important to remember that what you may think as your shortcoming is something that makes you yourself unique. And in the end, really does bring yourself up. And again, I want to thank everybody that was involved in this episode. Thank you so much, Alexis and Serena, for that amazing interview. Thank you, Maria, for the tour around the World Centers. Thank you, Mary, for your amazing segment on mental health. And thank you for the girls behind the scenes of the episode, and to all of our mentors and everybody involved in this show.
And thank you to all the people that are watching. And if you like today's show, you should definitely check out next week's episode on civic engagement. It's all about how girls can get involved and change the world through politics and policy. So check out all new episodes of G-Team TV on Girl Scouts IGTV every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And be sure to follow us on social media.
You can also connect live with girls from around the country to talk about the show. We told you that we want you to form a community through G-Team TV, and a great way to do that is these council hangouts that will be hosted by a couple councils around the country every single week after our episodes. You can talk with everything that we've talked about with other girls your age, and I just think it's going to be a really incredible way to connect with other people. So make sure to check the show description in our feed for more details about when these council hangouts are happening. Thank you so much for watching this episode of G-Team TV. We hope to see you back next week. Have a great one.